everyone, it's Cindy です。カナダトロント郊外から発信しています。このチャンネルでは日本であまりお目にかかれないような話題やニュースを中心にお届けしています。
There's a reason that the mainstream media holds no credibility.
Joe Biden thinks that women are not strong enough and not capable enough.
Hollywood actresses. You're like, are you kidding me?
Just that, man, it's like this time is so important.
There's only 59 legislators that actually objected to this nonsense.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining us right here at The Right View. I'm Laura Trump, Senior Advisor to the Trump 2020 campaign. Kimberly Guilfoyle, Senior Advisor and Trump Victory Finance Director. Dr. Gina Loudon, who is a Senior Anchor and the President of Programming at Real America's Voice News. You all love him, my husband, Eric Trump. A COVID relief bill, but let's discuss it for a moment because Americans get, according to the first round of this bill, $600 for Americans out there in need. Yet, Eric, there is a litany of other mess, I guess you could call it, garbage, some would call it.
So while you were sleeping this morning, I was tweeting.
What a Trump. We're going to learn a lot today.
It was 4:45 in the morning, and I had to put out this tweet. So the bill was over 5,000 pages long. They gave, our congressional leaders, they gave them 2 hours to read the thing.
You know, for the American people, you know, they're called Christmas tree bills for a reason because they come right before Christmas, but because they offer gifts for each of the legislators that are involved in it that are powerful, and that's how they pull them all in.
All of those are the gifts.
So those are little gifts, and if you look at the strings, the purse strings, always follow the money, just like the president says. If you follow the money, you'll find a little gift for each and every one of the important players in this underneath that Christmas tree.
And this type of waste, it's very frustrating. I really echo the president's sentiments in saying that enough is enough. Why can't we take care actually of the American taxpayer, the people here that are suffering, that are looking out for the hardworking men and women? They could use that to help their families, to rebuild their businesses. It would be money well directed and well spent. And instead, we're actually shipping money out to other countries.
And the heartbreaking thing is, honestly, there's only 59 legislators that actually objected to this nonsense. Since Rand Paul was one of them.
Yeah, where's the leadership?
But everybody
God bless Rand Paul.
Where are the people in Washington who actually say enough is enough? Why did this have to be done in 5,000 pages?
Well, people rejected the standard Washington, D.C. They rejected the swamp. They rejected socialism in a very big way. And I don't know, are they going to reject Nancy Pelosi in San Francisco? What do you think?
Well, I think that would be the second best Christmas present. Nancy Pelosi is everything wrong with Washington, D.C. Every American looking in knows this. That's why the polling against her, even notwithstanding the idea whether or not she should continue as speaker, is extremely negative. She is not respected. She's not trusted by the American people. The politicians need to do themselves a favor and earn the American people's trust back by getting people like her out.
Yeah. The Democrats, because they're eating each other up right now. AOC against Nancy Pelosi. Believe me, and I lived in San Francisco with her. At one time I was related to her through marriage. Don't hold it against me. That's expired. But so crazy Aunt Nancy, she needs to retire. Even the left doesn't like her. They've had enough. But they are the epitome of the swamp. Like, she's the one that would be on the currency of the swamp, is Nancy Pelosi.
Well, it's actually why we need Laura Trump to run for Senate.
Oh,
Yes.
If you look at Nancy, for as awful as her kind of governance has been, one of the reasons she's being rejected by the left is she's not progressive enough for them. I mean, that scares me.
Isn't it?
To me, she's the scariest person in Washington, D.C., but there are scarier people who are out there trying to dethrone her because she's not scary enough for them. And that is
frightening.
That is a frightening combination.
But it says so much about what the Democrat Party really is, which are clarified, reproven socialists on every level. You know, they used to deny it. If you were conservative and you ever called Democrats socialists, even just before President Trump was in office, people acted like you were crazy. But now everybody knows they are socialists. And when Nancy Pelosi isn't liberal enough for them,
Oh my gosh.
that should tell you everything you know about what party you want to be
That's the
supporting.
direction, right,
Yep.
that they
Well,
want to go in. Really have to hold the line. If people are upset, I get it. I understand the frustration. I don't sleep at night either. I'm upset about the election. I'm upset about what they've tried to do to this president, but he's still fighting. So we have to continue to fight for the Senate. We can't just sit there and take a knee and say, well, we're going to sit this out. We're upset. The system is corrupt. We don't like what they did. We don't like it either, but we do want to hold the Senate. We don't have the House. We need to make sure the president is still fighting, and he needs to have fighters alongside of him. And that's important. And the Senate plays a very important role, and the majority is essential to maintaining our liberties and our freedoms and our constitutional protections that we want to hold in place. Otherwise, there will be no stopgap measure for these people on the left that want to radically transform the country. You cannot sit it out and just literally wipe away all of the accomplishments of President Trump and everything that he fought so hard for. Put them in place so we can protect it.
Yeah. If you live in the state of Georgia, make sure you get out and you vote. They want to fundamentally transform America, but they want to make Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. states. They want to abolish the Electoral College. No Republican would ever be president
Ever again.
If
We
Chuck
won't win another
Schumer,
election.
had the majority. They want to pack the courts. This country would really be changed in a way that I don't think it would be recognizable as America.
It is scary to think that Washington, D.C. could be a state. It's scary to think that they could have more senators, more congressmen. I mean, that is transformational for our nation. I mean, forget about,
because we're the last stand here, and to make sure that you actually get the information, because it's honoring people's intelligence to say, hey, we want to put something out there that's quality programming, because the mainstream media really actually helped to determine. They wanted to decide, that was their mission objective, who the next president of the United States would be.
Yeah, well, and they continue the censorship, whether we're talking about the media by and large or social media. This is now post-election our third episode of The Right View, and our first two episodes were taken off of YouTube after they reached just over 100,000 views. Now, isn't that interesting?
We posted a beautiful picture. You know, the claims about election fraud are disputed and not reputable. I'm
There's nothing to do with the election.
It's literally a picture of us hugging with like a beautiful background, holding a glass of wine. They're talking about
You're a
election
romantic,
fraud
sensitive guy.
That's why you have to repeal Section 230. You have to.
Right.
I mean, it's
And the president wanted that.
Is when the Europeans are even fighting it.
They
The
are.
Europeans are fighting it, but
Frustrating.
our politicians won't
really-
fight it. That, I don't know, to me
You've
that
really
just
gone off
tells
the
you
deep end.
you've
Yeah.
really lost it then. Yeah.
What makes America great is our freedom of speech, our ability to go out there
That's right.
and do this. Most countries around the world can only dream of having these liberties. And they're taking that away from us, and they don't even try and hide it anymore. They don't even try and hide it. And believe me, if they're willing to censor the
Yeah, they're
president
overt
of the
about it.
United States, they are willing to censor everybody watching. They're willing to censor all of
Absolutely.
us.
Oh, 100%.
And guys, they do every single day.
They do.
They do every day.
They want to control you. They want to control what you see, what you think, what you read, and they want to control the presidency and government, and they
State
want to
and media.
determine who the president is.
Yeah,
And that's
well,
it. We got to
let's see
stop
how long
them.
this one lasts on YouTube. We'll see. Yeah. By the way,
Family of
Donald
fighters.
Trump will be in office for 8 long years. Period. End of story. So I want to make sure everyone understands that. Thank you to everybody for joining us for this episode of The Right View. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you have an incredible time. I hope you're with your families during this time.